guys surprised to see me? It's been only 2 weeks. I'm here when I said I would be. 2022 is my year. Anyway, it has been a good 2 weeks. I hope you guys have been doing well. We had, it's my anniversary, I think tomorrow. And 13 years. So that is fun. He is gone, which is fine. We're not big like Valentine's Day, none of that, really. But we went and got some sushi. Thanks mother and father-in-law for watching the boys, which was super fun. And I think that's about all the fun things we did in 2 weeks. I think so. It's been a bit boring. You know how the winter goes where it drags on just a bit. But anyway, I did get a lot of stuff done. I don't know if you can tell by my pile over here, but I've got some questions for you guys. I need your help. So I hope we can group source some groupthink here about what I need to make next. Let's try it out. I'll show you first. I finished something. And I don't even think I talked about it for the last few times we've hung out. But if you remember, I was going to make that baby gift, the romper. I finished it because I'm awesome. You didn't even remember, right? Come on, guys. Do you see it? It's so cute. See like the center there? And the finishes on this were so nice. Like you went back and created an I-cord around the whole edge with the little ties. Oh my gosh. And I even did like a tubular bind off, which if you're not familiar with knitting, you can just bind off like a simple, quick, you know, bind off. It makes almost like a straight line around, but it's not as stretchy. And so when you do ribbing, sometimes if you're feeling fancy, you'll do what's called a tubular bind off. And in that way, like the rib almost looks like it wraps around the top, right? And it's still stretchy even at the edge. So that's what I did. I think it took more than took more time to do that than it did to make these stars, which were also, they were a bit tricky, especially to start. Like you only cast on a tiny number of stitches and like went around. It was nuts, but totally worth it. It's cute, right? It was Pinwheel, I wrote it down, Pinwheel Baby Romper by Purl Soho, and I used their yarn, they have like 100% organic cotton. I think it's called buttercup cotton, something like that. Really, really nice. So I think it's awesome. I did wash and dry it just to make sure it wouldn't fall apart or like come out looking weird. I don't know, because I think most people aren't gonna hand wash a baby item. Like who has time for that with a baby? So I do want to make things that hopefully can be washed and used hard. So yay! It's supposed to be size 12 months to 18 months, which, do you guys think that looks like the right size? It seems big. It's supposed to be, you know, like poofy in the diaper region. Oh, it's so cute. I hope she loves it. I think it turned out really nice. We'll see. So, I did something. It's done. Go me. Don't you love when you finish something? But now, I don't know what to start. I didn't work at all on that sweater that I showed you guys last time. Sorry for letting you down. I don't know why, I just didn't feel like touching it. I was working on the blanket and then suddenly that romper just felt the spirit moved me to grab it and pick it up. So I finished that and then I worked on this blanket and I just didn't touch my sweater. I don't know why, but now I want to start something else. I'll show you guys what I'm thinking about. That's probably what most of this will be, like me showing you I should use this yarn or that yarn. Isn't this pattern fun? It'll be good. Before we get to that though, I also have a few other things that, like I said, I have been working on. So I'll show you that blanket. Here it is. It's getting huge. Hold on. Hold on. It's so big. And it's heavy because it's got 2 fingering weight yarns held together, so it's a meaty blanket, which I like. But anyway, can you see? I put a little stitch marker. Here's where I was last time. Can you see my little marker like all the way down? And I knit all this. Yay. I think I've got 6 more stripes to go. which doesn't sound like a lot, but it feels like a lot. It is turning out to be a nice big blanket. I was worried. I think about halfway through I felt like it was going to be small. We'll see. I still think it'll be a better size for a smaller child type person, but we'll see. I just love the sparkles. Like, this yarn is so fun. I don't even know if it picks up on camera how sparkly it is. I wish you could see. There's like tons of tinsel in it. Let's see if it's on the yarn. Can you see some of the sparkle there? So it's like all throughout the blanket. I love it. Again, it's princess themed yarn, which is also really fun. And, you know, makes the sparkle kind of worth it. Because it's princess and you gotta have the sparkle in there, right? I've never bought any kind of yarn with tinsel in it. I've heard that they're kind of, can be crunchy or like really bad. So I picked a dyer that I really like, and I like their yarn, and I was right to do so. It is soft and awesome, not crinkly in the least. I think it's great. Not that I'm gonna make more sparkly projects. I don't see that happening, but this one was fun. And you know, everyone needs like a one-off sparkly project, right? What are we living for if not to make princess blankets? So that one made me happy. And then, do you remember that fabric I showed you last time from Dust and Waves Textile? That's her name. The tie-dye. I actually sat down and cut it up. I landed on a pattern, and I got about half the blocks pieced. So proud of myself. And a lot of the other half too. I don't know, it takes a lot to make them, because I do like to iron as I piece. So I don't know, do you guys do that, or do you just make a block? I didn't used to, but I do find that my piecing's more accurate when I press, like as you go, and your points look more crisp like as you go. I don't know. I press as I go. I'm just that person. Weirdo. But here, can you see my pile of, that's a stack of finished blocks. Nice, right? So here's one. Can you see? And they're all like that, just half light, half dark. I am a little afraid, like I showed you, did I show you last time? So there were two different colorways that I got, and they're similar, but one was lighter than the other. And so I was hoping to kind of make that more visible, but really they're each so different, each small piece, like when you cut up. So some of the light fabric does have dark pieces, you know, and some of my darker fabric has lighter areas, and so it's not as clear as I wanted. See, like some of them a little more clear, some not. I think it's going to be a bit muddy from how I thought it would be, but I think that'll still work fine, because you do have a really delineated, like, this is the dark side, that is the light side. So I think it'll still be fine. That's the thing I'm telling myself, so that I don't quit piecing these or think that I ruined my fabric. I think it's really fun. And I chose that pattern because I feel like with such a new kind of fabric, I guess. I don't want to say modern, that sounds really pretentious, but it is like a today kind of fabric. And pairing it with a really classic pattern feels fun to me. So anyway, I opened this book here. You see, it was one of the first ones I bought, and I found these patterns. What I did like is it gives you, like it says, here's this quilt, right? And it gives you the cutting instructions and all that for this, but it also gives you, if you want to make it king or queen or whatever, it gives you like a little chart for how much you need to make, you know, the other sizes. So without making, you know, a giant pattern, which today in quilts they give you like a coloring sheet, and you can kind of figure out where your colors go, and everything has its own kind of, they're also separated. This one kind of trusts you to know, if you know how to make this side, just like cut some more pieces and make it bigger or smaller. So that's what I did. And I can't decide how I'm gonna lay them out. With log cabins, there's like so many different ways to put the blocks, especially if you're doing light side, dark side, right? Because I think I showed you last week the mask panel quilt that I made, which was log cabin blocks, but that was really just scraps, right? There wasn't like a half the block looks this way and half looks that way. It was just a way to put a bunch of scraps together. But with log cabin, like traditional log cabins, they are supposed to be very different in the colors of each half, and that way you can make really interesting patterns. Let me see, I have another book and it is all about making like log cabin quilts in 2 days. It is very fast, like she does it. But anyway, here, I think I marked it. Sorry guys. Okay, so I'll show you. See, these are all different ways to lay out the blocks that I just made. So now I'm gonna have to play. I'm gonna have to play with my blocks and see which one I actually like. How do you pick that? So anyway, again, like all these dark parts will be the tie-dye half, and then the light will just be my solids. So I don't think it matters too much that it's a little muddier than I thought it would be. I think it'll just be like, here's the tie-dye line and it'll look fine. We'll see. I hope I like it. It's a really big quilt to not love working on. So wish me luck there. I don't know which layout I like. They're all so fun. I don't know, guys. Do you have a favorite? They're all so different. I'll just have to see which ones work. Yeah, so there you go. Log cabins, they're fun, right? It's so big. I can't believe I pieced so much though in such a short time. It really went faster than I thought. It's a lot of blocks. But yeah, those are my works in progress. So you see, I don't really have a lot going on other than these two. I love how that's probably a lot, but to me, I want options to what I feel like working on. So as soon as I finished that jumper, immediately we're thinking about what should I make next? So you get to help me figure it out. Here are your options. One thing I will be making next, probably today, while the boys are at school, are little tiny, I think they're called, well, the patterns that I bought, or MochiMochi is what she calls them. That's her name on Instagram as well. She makes the cutest like GIFs and all the, it's adorable. So many things. As you can see, like they're little tiny, they're this big, like 1.5 inches, the littlest amount of scraps and time, and they're so cute. See how many? So fun. I made Sam a zombie last year, I think, because you know he likes zombies and things. But I thought that'd be really cute to do for Valentine's Day. I give them a few little goodies on Valentine's Day when they wake up, so I thought that'd be fun to throw in there, and they don't take long at all. She has so many fun patterns on Ravelry. You should look it up. This book is also super cute. I haven't made a ton of things out of here. It's just nice to have. It'd be so cute on like a baby present, you know, to put a little monkey on the gift wrap or whatever. They're just cute. You can use them a ton of ways. She gives things in the back like, here's how to make earrings and jewelry and pins to like put on things. They're so fun. So that's what I'm gonna do probably today. Shh, don't tell them. God, guys, be cool. Anyway, also I want to make a shawl, I think. In the before times, when we used to go places, I love shawls. I wore them all the time, especially to work where like in one half of a building you're freezing cold, but over here it's hot. Like, it was so nice to have that. It was almost, you know, a jacket that looked nicer, or without having an actual blanket at work, you can kind of control your environment with the shawl. And they really dress up kind of any, you know, just a t-shirt and a shawl. You look a little nicer than just your t-shirt. Fun Katie fashion tip. I have no fashion sense. Sorry. But I do have shawls. And they're good. I haven't made one in forever. As I said, I don't go many places, but I'm getting the itch again to make a shawl. And I have so many different yarn things here meant to be shawls. And we're gonna pick one of them and make it. So I will show you which ones are feeling right now, and we'll see what you think. I am gonna take pictures from Ravelry and show them here so you can see what shawl I'm talking about. And please weigh in below, which shawl should I make? I like big ones. I love giant shawls. I want to like wrapping them, I want them huge. I don't want tiny shawls. I don't know. It's more like a handkerchief or like a cowl. You know, they're really small. Major shawls. That's what I want. So I'll show you the ones I picked. Let's start with Pressed Flowers. I wrote her name down. It's Amy Christoffers. Gorgeous pattern. I've seen tons of people make them, all different color variations. They're really pretty. And plus it's going to be spring someday, right? Someday it'll be spring again. You'll need a flower shawl. I don't know. It's almost maybe too pretty for me, like a little too girly with the flowers. But I do think it's nice. They're not, I don't know, too girly. We'll see. Anyway, it's mosaic knitting. So you do see the colors change within a row, but you're not actually holding both colors as you knit. So it's not color work. You just kind of slip certain colors and knit certain colors. Really easy way to get that look. If you're worried but want to use two colors, find mosaic knitting patterns. Super easy. Look fun. So here's my colors. Aren't they fun? This is Farmer's Daughter Vipers. Really pretty colors. I think they're in Tennessee. Gorgeous yarn. Everything I've ever gotten from them is beautiful. So yeah, that'd be the main color, and then like the background flowery color. Fun, right? I think they're so pretty. So that'd be a fun one. All right, option 1. Thanks for the input, guys. That's option 1. Option 2. Cowboys and Angels is the name of the pattern. I don't know why it's called that. By Isabell Kraemer. I did make this pattern before, so I can actually show you. It's one of my favorite shawls. And you can tell like it's starting to pill and everything because I wear it so much. I think it's the yarn. I forget. It's probably in Ravelry. It's like 3 Irish Sisters or something like that. I don't know. But it's the most gorgeous. It's like teal but with emerald. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. It was so fun. It was one of the first like nice yarns I bought. I really enjoyed making this. Can you see it's like braided in sections, and then you have some garter, and at the end braided again. It's really pretty. It's a really nice size. So I could see having another one of these in a different color because I do really like the size, and knitting it was fun. It is a bit more complicated, but I think once I picked up knitting again a few years back and kind of got more serious about learning what the heck I was trying to do, it was one of the first complicated patterns I tried that worked. Like I didn't have to undo something. I actually made it to the end of each row where I was supposed to be. I was so proud of myself when I finished this one. Do you guys have any patterns like that where you're like, oh my gosh, I actually did it. It went well. But the yarn I have for this one is Valentine yarns. Do you see her label? It's like this really pretty mauvey, purpley, fun color. I don't have any shawls this color. I think it's awesome. Be so nice, especially in that pattern where I think you could really see the braided portions better than in the dark yarn. You could see it better with this. I think that would be the plan. But yeah, it's the first yarn of hers I've gotten. I like it. It turned out really pretty. We'll see how it holds up. But yeah, it's been sitting there staring at me for probably 2 years. It needs to be something. It needs to be a shawl. We'll see if I start it or not. It's so good. Oh, what's the color? Stoker. That's the color. I think she made a pattern. It's supposed to look like an Edwardian kind of dress front, almost like a row of buttons on the front on her shawl. And that's what it's like, a Dracula reference, right? Yeah. So that was option 2. Cowboys and Angels. Very fun pattern. The next one I had, I don't have the yarn for this yet. It's coming. The striped triangle garter wrap. I'll put a picture so you can hopefully see what the heck I'm talking about. It's by Purl Soho. Really straightforward. Just kind of fading between 3 colors. Looks like it's a really nice size. Really simple. Like you're really only changing those colors a couple times, and that'd be the only part you're actually having to pay attention to. So that's nice, where you get a nice shawl without having to think too hard about it. And I really love the colors I got. They're not the colors in that picture. I think it's like a darker blue for the large portion at the bottom. I don't know. It's gonna show up soon. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. That's that option. I would feel bad for making that shawl, which just came, and, you know, neglecting all my other yarn here that has been with me longer. I would like to use those first, so, you know, that's an option too. Probably number 5 on my list. That one. And let's see, one more is called What the Fade by Andrea Mowry. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes to not get her name wrong and the names of these patterns because they're awesome. I also have made this shawl in the past. Let me show you. This one I wear all the time because it's huge. It's huge. Do you see how big this shawl is, you guys? Look at this. It's so giant. But it's light. It's all fingering weight, so it's so light but just large, which is perfect for spring or fall, like when you want to have something like in the morning or evening, but not, right? So you just pick 6 colors of yarn. This was all Hue Loco yarn, which she has beautiful yarn as well. If you're looking for fun colors, go to Hue Loco. It's awesome. So it went from blue to orange, and I was very proud because it's a really fun little mix. It starts with brioche knitting here, and then halfway you kind of just change to garter, and it's all about fading from one color to the next so that they all blend together. This is 6 different colors of yarn. 6 different yarn balls, which is the only downfall, is that you have 6 different balls of yarn that you're trying to carry around with you when you're working on it, because you do switch. I guess you could set them all aside, but what a pain in the butt to go and find it later when I need it. So I just keep everything together in a project bag. That's a lot of yarn to haul around. That is its only downfall, right? But it's so pretty. The yarn I have for this, I think I showed you many moons ago. It is from Yarn Cafe Creations. You know her, you love her. It's all, I can hold 4 of them. They're all like really fun purpley, and the other half of the yarn is like this tan that's in the yarn. It would go up from that corally, what is that color? Pink? I don't know. To blue, to kind of the purples, right? Very fun. This yarn, I love this base of hers. I think it's called Espresso Fingering. It's so soft. So soft. But it holds up well. I don't know how she does it or what base wherever Magic Kingdom she gets this from. It's awesome. And her colors are really fun too, so I think it'd make a neat shawl. It's just, again, you saw the size of that thing. At the end you have like 600 stitches in a row. It's huge, huge. But it turns out so pretty. So yeah, maybe worth it. It's on my list of things to do. I originally intended to make it of some more subdued, mature colors instead of blue to orange, or I don't know, coral to purple. You know, colors that you wear more day to day. So I think I had one that went from like a hunter green over to a denim-y blue, which was fun. It kind of went white in the middle. So I also have that. If any of you think that colorway is better, that's over there. So much yarn, you guys. See why I shouldn't use the new yarn yet? I think we can mark that one off the list, the striped triangle. Need to use this yarn. It's so pretty. Oh. Her stuff's so good. And then my last one, I'm not sure about this one. I'll put the picture. It's the Artist Garden Blanket Shawl. It's called a blanket shawl because, again, it's the size of a blanket. I have heard people call it a schlanket before, which I like. So whichever one you prefer. Huge shawl. This one is more about using scraps and bits right throughout the shawl, and you hold 2 colors together. So my idea was to use a black linen quill, which is a yarn I love, That is also coming in my order with this advent that I got to do the scrappy kind of color change part of the shawl. So I have my advent over here. Hold on. Ugh. Still in the box. I took all my colors apart, or all the packages apart. Can you see all my fun? See, so here's all your scraps with the black, and it just makes a giant shawl. I thought that's a fun way to use an advent. I usually make blankets out of them, which is a great way to use your advents, but I thought a shawl might be nice too, and you could use it, you know, outside of the house and take around. Oh, advents are so fun, you guys. I've only been into them for like a few years now, but they're so fun. This is a Harry Potter advent calendar, year 5, from Dragon Horde Yarn Co. So fun. I think I've gotten, this is my 3rd one. They do them every Christmas. They're so fun. I just love them. Aren't they all neat? You're supposed to open one a day and use it on something if you're an advent purist. I am not. I got it and waited a few days because I'm not an animal, and then opened them all and went, oh, that one's great, and oh, that one's great. It's so good. Yeah. Department of Mysteries, everyone. Huh? And they give you one big skein at the end that you're supposed to open on Christmas Eve. You get the big guy out. I love it. It's so fun. Blue for Ravenclaw. Yeah. Because we're all Ravenclaw here. Bellatrix Lestrange. Aren't these fun? So I thought that'd look neat, especially with the black yarn that carried along with it. Will make each of them kind of pop. It'd be fun. I've never really made anything with black. Knitting with black is notoriously madness inducing because it's so hard to see, but holding it with something else I think will kind of eliminate any of that. My only holdup is that I'm not familiar with her or patterns of hers, so I don't know. It's really hard to tell what you're doing in the pattern from section to section, so that one might be a bit of a gamble. But I love the idea of a giant shawl, as you know. So it seemed fun. That's another option. Those are my 5 shawl ideas. Please tell me which one you like. I can't decide. I can't decide. Or I was gonna make another toy. I love knitted toys. I haven't made one in a while. And I have the yarn to make. I'll try and put a picture here again. It's called Frog and Toad. Do you remember the books where you learn to read, right? And it's Frog and Toad. They are flipping gorgeous. And everyone that makes these patterns raves about it. They love the way it turns out. They're all so different. And I have so much linen quill that would look perfect in that pattern. I'll show you my greens that I got out. Like, look at my Frog and Toad. Or I have browns. I have oranges. Like, they're so good. It'd be really cute. But I have no need of Frog and Toad. But it'd look really fun sitting. He could sit right there and stare at you guys the next time. They're really fun. They're little clothes. There's something really satisfying about making small things. Especially, I mean, they're done quickly, but then they're so small and they look fun. Or it would be an excellent gift. Because who doesn't love tiny toys? Maybe you could get the book with them, right? And like give it as a gift. But does anyone read Frog and Toad anymore? I don't know. Maybe they would if they were learning to read. My boys are too big. I don't even think they've seen Frog and Toad. We need to bring them back, guys. That's what this is all about. Frog and Toad forever. I remember them. I think they're adorable. And that'd be fun to make too. A toy. I haven't made one in at least a year. I really like them. My favorite toy patterns come from Barrett Wool Co. Barrett Wool Co. She has the most adorable toys. I've made her panda, elephant, what else? Many other things. I gave them away. Yeah, I do usually give the toys away. I can only have so many toys sitting around. My boys love them though. The giraffe, I've made the giraffe. That's a really good one. They're so cute. I don't know, guys. Tiny things or giant shawls? Which way do I go? Help me. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Help me. We made it to the cutoff again. 2 times in a row. I'm really learning to yammer on and on about this. That's what happens when I'm undecisive. See? There's so much to talk about. Ugh. But anyway, now that we're coming back, I have to pick something. It's a nice problem to have. Like too much beautiful yarn and patterns that are available to me. It's a nice problem to have. When I started, it was like the sad Joanne's aisle, hoping there was something fun like in a book. Remember those old books? I don't have many knitting books anymore. They're not that great, but Ravelry is like endless and you can be so precise with what you're looking at. I don't know if you've tried the filters and all of that, but you can say, I have this much of this weight yarn, show me what I can make, and it's awesome. So good. I do have my Ravelry page. I put my name in there if you want to see, like you saw a project of mine and I didn't say what it was or what I used. It's all in Ravelry. I do try and keep that up. You know, it's my anal nature rearing its head, but it is fun to look back and go, oh yeah. Or if you make something again, you're going, wait, what size did I make of that? I have it down. It's perfect to go back and look at things. Thank God for Ravelry. Love it. And then one last thing. I don't know if I showed you guys, remember that doll with the eyes, right, that click and move? So I made another one. I can't remember if I showed you guys or not, but anyway, I was working on the scarf for the doll. So I'll show him again. Try not to be too weird. I was making, so here's my Harry Potter Blythe doll. Can you see he's got the scar, right? I'm trying to show you. There. So here's his scar. He's got all green eyes, and his eyes, of course, are Gryffindor colors. So I still need to make his Mrs. Weasley jumper, but I did make Hedwig, who again, I was gonna help like get a little magnet and kind of so it can sit on his arm. Oh my gosh, so cute, right? I would even want to make like the robe that they wear. I don't know, I can't find any pattern for that, so I'd probably be winging it. Doll clothes are hard, you guys. I'm not great at it, so winging it seems like a bit of a gamble, but again, it's a robe. I could probably figure it out. I don't know. I'll just keep digging. Pinterest really can giveth and taketh away, so we'll see. Maybe somebody has figured it out. Maybe like a Barbie pattern would probably, I don't know, pretty similar. But I was making a scarf. Can you see? It started. So yeah, that's fun. This is Linen Quill again. I'm obsessed. I wish they would just send me all the colors. I'm probably pretty close to having them all. It's just the most best yarn in the whole world. I don't know why. It's like the little linen bits. So fun. But anyway, that was the only other thing I had occupying my mind at the moment. I'd like to finish him up. He's kind of been sitting there half finished for a while. I was sad because I ordered these clothes. They come from China. They're really cheap. And it took months for them to get here. So I ordered him khaki pants and they never showed up. It was the only thing that didn't show up. So he's got pants on, but they're not the right pants. And that kind of tamped down my enthusiasm. So I ordered more pants. We'll see if they show up in a month. Wish me luck. We'll see. But I also have a Luna Blythe that I want to make to go together. I think they'd be so cute sitting together. But I haven't started her yet either. I'm just kind of waiting. You gotta wait until the mood strikes, right? So she's over there judging me for keeping her in a drawer, and it's sad. But once I make her, I think I can give away the doll I sewed to, you know, my best super fan who already has my Hermione doll, and I think she would love her so much more. Like, Luna sits over there. She looks great. Okay, she's awesome. I made her really well. But I feel bad because she's not being played with or appreciated, and I think that's better than just being displayed on my shelf. What do you think? Is it better to have someone playing with it and enjoying a toy? I don't know. I feel bad because I did put tons of work into it and I want to enjoy and see that work all the time, but it's also, you know, it's a toy. It's meant to be played with. So, I don't know. I always feel kind of bad. What about you guys? Do you ever make things and go, I should give this away? Like that quilt I just finished last time and showed you guys. I put it on the bed and just did not love it in my room. I don't know why. And when I slept under it, it was a little lighter than I like heavy quilts. I don't know. It's supposed to help you sleep better, heavy blankets. But that one felt really light. So I'm going to give it to my mother-in-law. She's so excited. I can't wait to give it to her. It's sitting like on the couch right now and I want to take it over there so she can have it. I don't want it to get like folds and stuff in it, but she's really pumped. And I'm glad because see, it feels so much better when people are like, love what you have, right? Why make it and go, eh, and put it under 4 other quilts on my bed, or put it away like in a closet, or give it to someone who loves it. See, it's better. And I have so many things. I have so many quilts. It's like, I'm running out of space. I'm making another king size quilt. These things have to go somewhere. And I only have 1 king size bed, so we're at the point where we really have to make more things for others than myself. Which is great anyway. It's so much more fun to give away an awesome gift that hits home. I know you guys love it too. You're makers, you get it. It's just the best. Yeah. But that's all I got. That's actually all I've got. I'm sorry for going on so long today. I hope you guys are here for it, because I guess now I'm getting more carried away and talking to you. But yeah, I had fun. Please tell me which shawl to make. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. All the yarn is beautiful. All the patterns are going to be awesome. So which one do you sit down and do? It's a hard choice. But which one do you think will be fun? Let me know. Tell me below. Like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Share if you want to share. That helps so much. I am trying to get more subscribers and, you know, talk to more people about fun things that I'm making. That's what we're all here for, right? Yeah. I do love, if you're into this kind of podcast, look up, I'm sure you know, The Grocery Girls. That's a great podcast. My personal favorite is Fat Squirrel Fibers. She's the best. She got me through like the first year of the pandemic. Just knowing that someone out there was like quirky and thoughtful and making beautiful things was such a relief. It's like my lifeline. So I love her too. You should go watch her. Those are the 2 I never miss. So if you have one like podcast that you love, please share them. I do like to see what other people are making and doing. That is how, like, finding the Grocery Girls randomly and watching them is how I got the courage to try making a sweater or learning about these yarns and dyers that I had no clue existed. Because, you know, being self-taught, I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's really not a lot to just stumble upon like that. So you have to kind of find it on your own. And those ladies, I mean, they're A, why I'm recording myself on YouTube, but B, why I have such a beautiful yarn and make complicated things now, because I saw them do it. And so it seemed like something I could do, which is awesome. I hope you're also getting something from these. If there's a project you wish I would do or learn, let me know. I don't know. I'm always into something new. Like I said, I'm waiting for that sock machine, which is going to be a skill I have to learn. I hope it's not too hard. I don't know. I'm hoping I have somewhere to sit this thing. I have no idea how actually large it is. I'm assuming it's substantial. So I don't know where it's going to sit. It's going to have to sit somewhere permanently, I think. So wish me luck there. Yeah. What are you guys working on? Tell me. Tell me the shawl. And come back next time. I'm going to aim to do 2 weeks again. I did it. 2022. We've got this. Yeah. Okay, guys. Bye.